teeth, that frost-burnt skin. Looks like someone just checked Cloister off their sightseeing list.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
You're tuned to wireless.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
You're tuned to wireless free Arcadia for merry melodies and.
I'm all for giving folks a chance, but occultists, Commander? Really?
Building a better Eden with a
Sure. About as harmless as a failing air recycler. Leaving all else aside, the problem is that we don't know this woman, and she's not giving us much cause to trust her. In fact, I say it's just the opposite. I'd argue that circumstances are a mite different there, given that we were both agents to start with. And I don't carry a knife around like all the world needs carving. Anyway, I've said my piece. All I'm asking is to be mindful. Don't let her lure you to any undisclosed locations alone. Take Val when you go out together, at the very least.
Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
Okay, back to business. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
What do you need, Commander?
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and renew. Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I won't too. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and burning.
Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The End Point?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Ancrus Brunn straight away.
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
Anchoress Brunn is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grasp. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
He was well guarded. Let's not make any sudden moves. Unless, you know, we want to fight.
The cost may be high. One day.
No, is that Marisol?
The endpoint herself. I thought she was a myth.
Let's be on our best behavior. Don't even breathe. This experiment seems a mite controversial, dangerous even, both in a physical and mathematical sense.
Your job is intimidation, not risk assessment. The Anchoress knows what she's doing.
Of course. Forgive me. I will look to math as a source of comfort rather than anxiety. Nothing to see here.
You're not going to be a problematic variable, are you?
Next up,
Look, everyone! It's the endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
Vision informs it is now offering the Panpharmacon 5.
As you can see, I guard the entrance. Best post on point obviation.
Research laboratories for purposes we may only guess at. The Panpharmacon 5 is now available to you, the unremarkable everyday consumer. Step inside and let electromagnetic waves take over you, exciting your molecules and curing such ailments as dropsy, sciatica, narcolepsy, rickets, night sweats, and collectivism. Not recommended for longer than 1 second at a time. Not responsible for temporary or permanent damage to eyes, teeth, skin, or general lifespan. Ask your...
Can't talk. Calculating an inverse complex sine function in my head.
Right. Moving on.
I am a longtime vocal exponent of your work, Intercessor Delgado. Hope you don't mind me saying. Go on up. You're expected.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch, sandwich you want to eat. A crabble sandwich is so easy to eat, but only once a
Doubt the Anchoress will walk away from the research lightly. They require some aggressive convincing.
So grab a crab because it can't be beat. Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch.
Oh, who's this?
Crabble makes a mighty fine treat.
Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped me prove my argument that pacifism always presents the best options. I admit I have modified that opinion slightly since then. I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy, such promise. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
The universal equation occasionally requires subtraction.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? It was more of a disputation as a scholarly objection than a manifesto per se, but why quibble? Anchoress Chow is very much against it. Her accident was quite tragic. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes? A truly unfortunate accident. I had posted my disputation and stated my intention to leave. We argued heatedly. Objects were thrown. She stumbled and fell badly. We try to honor her loss. Such tragedy only underlines the importance of our endeavors here. Each day the equation remains unsolved, countless more tragedies occur. We must succeed at the soonest possible haste. The longer the mistakes of our presiding bishop persist, the longer calamity and sorrow will continue. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. Yes, we have Grace, that is Exemplar Southworth, to thank for that. Her visits to the anchor hold were quite thought-provoking, as was the research she showed me from Sia Bujold. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researcher's theories.
Really? Seer Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
With us, we all want what's best, and we aren't satisfied by what nature has produced. We can do better. Let's do better together.
And now,
Yes, we're so very pleased to have her. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming. Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. Do please stay in the observation area, though. The work is quite delicate. We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bujold's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
At home or at work, by the pack or the case, it's the bubbly perk that will pick up your pace. It's Bubblegum Slims, try Bubblegum Slims today.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. I'll press...
Oh, bubblegum, 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 bubblegum.
Rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend.
Try Bubblegum Slims, try Bubblegum Slims. It's the long, slim smoke.
Head Intercessor Delgado. What an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you?
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again? I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could use your assistance.
This shouldn't be your burden. It's on me.
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way. You don't remember us discussing this before Winter's Grasp? Too many competing crises, I guess. All right. Years ago, I was kicked out of the Order for research deemed dangerous. A means of sidestepping much of what's presumed required to solve the universal equation, using a series of reasoned shortcuts and educated postulations.
The idea was, theoretically, it would hurry the process along, so the equation could be solved in our lifetime. It was completely unorthodox.
Since then, I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there's a big chance of subsequent events leading to a universal end. So the stakes are everything.
When we destroyed the original copies of her research at Winter's Grasp, I discovered someone else was continuing her work, which led us here.
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-ivs, nucleons, N-rays. All the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful. So I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment.
You've let yourself slide, feeling down on your luck. Fell off the ladder and you think that you're stuck. The only loser is the shirker who quits. Your problems can be solved if you spend more bits. Try, never settle for less. It's true what they say, money buys happiness. Work extra shifts, you can sleep later. We've got the goods to make you better than nature. Auntie is the best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the best choice. No product testing to do, these cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice. Feel the benefits of spending your bits. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice. Try, never settle for less. It's true what they say, money buys happiness. Work extra shifts, you can sleep later. We've got the goods to make you better than nature. Auntie is the best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the best choice. No product testing to do, these cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice.
Thank you. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brunn will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to prepare.
Auntie is the best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the best choice.
I trust that is the sound of science going exceptionally well.
I'll find my next victim. I mean a hostile combatant.
She's just the best
It's Fibonacci.
A sequence largely summing to preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abahachi. Path to a sentence.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's. It's Auntie's choice. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's.
Across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Here at Auntie's Choice, we've been hearing about the Protectorate's use of mental refreshment, and we have one thing to say. Is that it? No physical refreshment? Like the kind you feel from a sip of purpleberry fizzy tea, or from shopping our vast selections of remedies such as basic and acid. The body is just as important as the mind, and the body needs things like deep-fried cysty bits and mock apple shakes all day, every day. Come see Auntie, dearies. Auntie cares about you just a little bit more.
Now, upward and onward. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Poor's worst, oh poor's worst. It's not the worst unless it's poor's worst. Poor's worst, oh poor's worst. Grab a can today. Tongues to sweet meats, lungs to hearts. They use all the tastiest parts. Ears to hocks and rears to tits. We fish it meals means we make more bits. Poor's worst, oh poor's worst. It's not the worst unless it's poor's worst. Poor's worst, oh poor's worst. Grab a can today.
That should do it. Imagine that'll do.
No coarse force brisk smoke in our gums. With their proprietary whisker extraction. Pulverized bones means no tooth cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action. Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there. You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts. You know, working the assembly line makes for a pound of hunger. So, when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't waste time slow roasting some fancy woolly cow fillet mignon. No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin horse roast. That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft, feral pork paste to boost productivity to full burn. Small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor. Snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory vats into my tummy. Who knew meat taste could taste so yummy? Boar's worst, oh boar's worst. It's not the worst unless it's boar's worst. Boar's worst, oh boar's worst. Grab a can today. Don't be a shirker. Don't be a slug. Grab a can and get back on the job with Force Worst. Force Worst. It's not the worst. Force Worst.
That goes out to the dedicated employees of the Aggressive Acquisitions Department. Lost speed to all you brave soldiers fighting on behalf of individual freedom and personal responsibility. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent or gut.
There was a lonesome boy with the happiest frown, whose luck spun around when empty came to town. A marketeer whose body came nothing to lose. I put the boy a deal that he couldn't refuse. Yes, and he welcomes you with arms open wide, and all you gotta do is sign the dotted line. The boy signed up, he didn't hesitate. Anything to rid him of his papa's fate. The marketeer said, okay, we'll start right away. The first trick of the trade, let no one get in your way. No rules, no oversight, no ethics to abide. The only thing that matters is the bottom line. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh, you know it well. Make an antique proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? Low can roll. Let's go. The boy straight to work the instant he was high. And work, you better say it was a trial by fire. It was a natural. And he quickly learned to make a red hot deal without getting burned. He was unscrupulous, and he swiftly rose. When you do your business, laissez-faire, then anything goes. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh, you know it well. Make an antique proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, kids, let's go! Let's change it up. Now he's a handsome man with a charming smile, celandine toothpaste with impeccable style, the perfect poster for. Oh, can't you see? Yes, he's a tribute to Auntie's family. And if it worked for him, then it can work for you. You could be the next Auntie's favorite nephew. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh, you know it well. Make an auntie proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, cats, let's go one more time. Oh, let's go. Swing it now. Oh, yeah. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy of laissez-faire. Oh, you know it well. Make an auntie proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? We make an auntie proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? We make an auntie proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? Yeah!
Seems sufficiently scrambled.
We go bug hunting on the elusive moon of Dorado.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arctic.
Imagine that'll do.
Everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each planet's zoological equity. Every episode, I focus on a different species to tell you the risks Ah! Watch out for its tusks! The rewards. Don't see a Raptidon venom sac like that every day. And what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is full of things that want to kill you. But what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Liftoff Laxative. And every washroom mission with a successful splashdown. I'm on Dorado, soaking up solar particles in Golden Ridge. Sounds like a million bit...
If you're done, evaluating my work and all settings are final, enter the terminal command to void the oxygen from the test chamber. The experiment will then begin. Commendable effort scrambling those settings.
Gives me the wham-whams. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't contractually obligated. But let's cut to the hunt. Here in Golden Ridge, we'll find a varachnid breed encrusted with crystals. Which only improves their unsettling appearance in that it helps them blend in. Plenty of nastier variations. This whole system needs an exterminator.
Did it work? Did it work? Sia Bourgeois, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun. But she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well-researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good. All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
I naively hoped your commander would coax you away from such thinking. Let's hear it.
All right, our old playbook it is.
I don't think you realize what's at stake here. The chances are 13.8% less successful. That's a statistically significant amount closer to catastrophe.
Anais, I need to ask. You've been here a while. You know this facility. What's our best strategy for making an accidental death succeed?
Oh, really? You disregard my advice on the plan. Then ask for my recommendations on a worse one? Of course I do. That's exactly my point. Reducing the chance of failure ultimately occurring. Just think about it, please. I hope you'll attempt to undermine her confidence. But if you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchoress is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchoress to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchoress realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely. Typical argumentation may prove useless, and she'll likely see through most attempts at deception. Be clever, unpredictable, surprise her. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. And Marisol, do keep up.
Keep your bid stack in the black, don't be a wrong wage debtor. Be the best that you would be if you were any better. Cause gee whiz, that's her gee whiz speed.
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply can't live without. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, Slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Auntie's choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created on purpose.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Fellow scholars of the Order, a tragic accident has occurred. During our recent experiments in Test Chamber Beta, we failed to recognize that ventilation systems had been left connected to Test Chamber Alpha. As you know, it had been recently. Recently refurbished as an enclosure for Anchoress Brun. She gave her life for science. Well, it's true that we found the related research deeply flawed, but she gave her life for the pursuit of science. As the experiment was a colossal failure, I, as senior scientist remaining, have determined we must abandon this inquiry and shut down the program immediately. Oh, such a terrible shame. Farewell!
I've known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated loner. And my demon, you know my toes. Quite straightforward. Oh yes, everybody knows. I am
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Ancrus Brunn falls prey to an unfortunate accident right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events are unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado.
According to my field calculations, we are well past the point where we need to be delicate here. In fact, I strongly suggest we wipe the floor with these ill-notioned traitors, starting with this one, the arrogant know-nothing who led Ancrus Brunn astray.
This slapdash pretense is over. I knew it!
Go for torpification. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Let's not pretend.
Goshen, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals.
Valued underlings, your anti-Cleo needs to spark some combustion under a few listless posteriors. Listen in dreadful anticipation to my latest emotions report, starting with Asta Fiskwich, senior copywriter in invasive marketing, whose sloganeering was a bit too for the
Sharp enough. Hostile nearby.
Adversary vulnerable. Scan.
In proximity!
Proceeding forward. Adversary vulnerable. Suffered extensive damage, Commander. Latin scan.
Immaterial!
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Check your scope. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
That's tobacco.
If you started young, it's twice the fun.
Didn't even try. I shouldn't be disappointed, but I've been thinking about who you could be and forgot who you are. Always think you know better, don't you? I'd hoped you'd grown, become brave enough to face yourself before it mattered most. But no.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
Right. Them you'll listen to, apparently. Look, this may have worked out fine. I'll need to run the numbers a few times. If it did, thank you. Millions of people you'll never meet won't know how close they came to dying. If not, I guess the stakes weren't high enough you'd even once follow my lead. So hope we didn't just cock up everything. Oh. Before I forget. Here. Something to remember me by, I suppose. You'll never see me again.
Thank you. Anais? Goodbye. Well enough, Commander. Shall we go? I'm sure there's someone you need me to kill, yes?
Cheer up, Marisol. I'm certain once we kill someone, you'll feel better.
Smoke that candy.
As tobacco.
Favorite candy. Our medical experts recommend you buy a bunch and She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Commander, it's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. Would now be good? I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. You might believe Anchris Brunn was a murderer, or potentially a herald to Cataclysm. Still, she was helpless, and we killed her. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Yes, Southworth was complicit, and now she's dead. I hope so, at least. According to Anais, we could have reduced the likelihood of that occurring by completing the brain-off. It's not anywhere near zero, but it's unlikely. You were there. I'm sure you can imagine what might be going through my head. That is a reasonable understatement. When I first asked for your help, I envisioned we might speed up the solving of the equation, reinstate Anais in the Order, and more. So no, this is not how I envisioned events to culminate. In my endless internal calculations during my years drudging at the Zeranium manufactory, zero results led to this. In sum, I believe we saved everything. The numbers are solid. It is probable the future will live. Anais will live. I will live. We all will. Howbeit, separately. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
Ever wonder if our assignment here will never end? Like our employment contracts will just keep renewing and renewing. Dark to gray.
I must ask... You've returned. Let me fetch some clean gloves. I'll do it later. I'm still quite busy, so make this quick if you please. Here are my supplies.
Fresh blood in the town here with these protective specters. Not sure how I'd show that
Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
Oh, that ridiculous and catchy number was sponsored by the Department of Invasive Marketing. Just try to get it out of your head. Next up, something... Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. But we probably ought to tell you there's a side element or two.
Apoplexy, whooping fit, childhood gout, adult rickets, dysentery, swings of mood, bloody flux, decrepitude, night terrors, mania, day terrors, melancholia.
Sleep tight with sweet dreams. You're gonna be unconscious via any means. You wanna be so sleepy, just grab a pill, it's easy. Sorry. One more interlude, additional ailments include
Chronic itch, inflammation, night sweats, flagellation, lumbago, mild daze, scrumpox, general malaise, imbalanced humors, dyspepsia. Oh, and one more thing. Insomnia.
Welcome, welcome. See any... Well, if it isn't a new face in Fairfield. What I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Or was it crunch? Oh, no? Wait, is it customary to hand out prizes to newcomers? Apologies for the blunder. Anyway, let's try this again. Welcome to More Perfect Goods, a proud Auntie's Choice franchise. How can I improve your day? Like they say, a bit spent today is a bullet fired tomorrow.
Just grab a pill, it's easy. Just rest your tired head. With the sedative, you'll feel dead. Sleep.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
entertainment, and the latest from the front line. Sponsored by...
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? Plenty of ideas on how to grow.
All these freaks got everyone riled up, including me.
Boardroom confidence. Update on major combat operations across Arcadia. Because when it comes to Anti's bottom line, war is swell. News from the front lines is nothing but grand. Look no farther than Praetor. Not the most picturesque piece of real estate, but a profitable one, by gum. Wasn't so long ago that Praetor was supposedly an impregnable protectorate stronghold. A dank, glow-in-the-dark closet. To stack all the skeletons of their repressive society. Now look at it. Our ingenious acquisition forces have transformed the Protectorate's black sites into highlights of our quarterly income report. Factories, chemical plants, unnatural resources, all ours for the exploiting. An incredible return on our troop investment. And while every planetary occupation has its hazards, Praetors have been minimal. True, one local species of megafauna seems unusually aggressive. Sounds like an ideal candidate for the lab coats and biological weapons to me. Protectorate attempts to reclaim their assets have been repulsed. Easily. Our Praetor facilities are operating at 110%. But no stock in rumors you may hear to the contrary. Mere water cooler scuttlebutt from disgruntled down-and-outers or jealous lower managers who balked when Anti first proposed we put boots on that rock. You can always trust wireless-free Arcadia. We're straight shooters, just like our combat forces expanding our market share across the star system. Now, on to other things. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Shake a tough day that you wanna forget. The next morning, not a trace of regret when you drink Purple Berry Tequila. Make the most of what you earn. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink purple.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Anti's goods or services. Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Anti's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Anti's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
The bare minimum you need to make it through your day.
Show your supervisor you stay hungry.
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
Warning. Agent Lightinger's sanity profile is well below the acceptable threshold. Further decline may necessitate intervention.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
I suppose congratulations are in order for having dispatched so many Sentinels. Can't rightly say I'm surprised, what with your knack for wanton violence. But still, impressive. And let's not forget that I was the one who gave Azahelia Lightinger a purpose and fulfillment. Look at how much fun you've had. Let's not be hasty. I mean, can it even be a betrayal if it was always lies? I had no choice. Azza, you were the perfect candidate when the Consul tasked me to start the Dawn.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me.
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
As much as I'd prefer to not anger you, I must say your willful ignorance is still a thing to behold. You are always so willing to accept even the most specious of arguments. I can only hope your luck has run its course and the remaining Sentinels are able to put you down. Your death would put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Azza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively. I did that a long time ago. Did you somehow not realize this?
Batten down your quarterly asset report. You know what deserves some visibility? Praetor, a gloomy moon that's become the shining star in our portfolio. Thanks in no small part to the chemical...
Imbeciles! How did you let Azza get this far? Stop her! She means to assassinate me!
In product development wasted no time repurposing the facility's production lines away from the Protectorate's fruitless, gumption-suppressing pharmaceutics. Not much of a market for mood depressants after all. Solvents, food additives, adrenaline stimulants, scented exfoliants. Those are the surefire molecular chain moneymakers.
I've learned in 3
operates around Technicians recommend working in proximity to caustic chemicals. Slurry fumes really open up the sinuses. And who needs fingerprints anyway? It has been 6 days since the last fatal workplace incident, but rest assured it was not the fault of the plant foreman or any execs in charge of that management. As acknowledged on page 98, subsection K of the ironclad wrongful death waiver that every new hire signs, if there's a workplace death, the deceased did something wrongful. The Praetor plant's trifling risks are worth its substantial rewards, expanding our reach in the lucrative chemicals market, because when Auntie's Choice diversifies, we conquer.
Dagmar would never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
On the ground. Impact code.
You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. Well, I'm waiting to hear your ineffectual arguments as to why you should be spared. And then I'll kill you. You can start by telling me why. Why'd you do it, and why me?
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the True Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
You make a good point. Time to go to work.
Oh, no!
She's dead. It was at that. Yet, regret still gnaws at me. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. She should have suffered more. It was too quick a death for one who betrayed not only me, but the whole of the Dawn. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future. I can send out a general message from here, informing the cells that the previous Exalted Leader has betrayed us and has been dealt with, and that I am now in charge. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are more than a few that refuse to acknowledge their new leader. Enough to keep my knife skills up, at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is wireless-free Arcadia, official of Auntie's Choice.
Overbearing tyrannical regimes like the Protectorate want to control their subjects' thoughts, to safeguard them from harm, to hide them away from danger. I'm Auntie Cleo, and I won't lie. The universe is filled with things that want to kill you. Luckily, our products, and only our products, can reliably prevent that. So I say, don't cower and hide. Go make something of yourselves. Live a life that's larger, more daring, exhilarating, armed and inoculated against a hostile, peril-filled universe with Auntie's Choice. Daredevils rejoice with Auntie's Choice. Our product line is stronger than nature.
And now, back to it. Now for something a little different, tonally, if... not thematically.
Purple Berry Crunch, it's crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch, there's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, spelled with a K, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me, and as always it is parasite free. Purple Berry Crunch is crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch, there's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, spelled with a K,
popular favorite was requested by Carlson Fidel, thinking of their family in Halcyon. Let's hope our war of liberation brings the brave employees of said colony the products they need to survive in time. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Round the year of 55, on Old House Eddie Prime, a mile beneath the methane ice, way down in the mines, some sugar lit a smoke, forgot the hatch was closed. The blast knocked off the miner's clock, but exposed the mother lode. Accidents happen, part of the job. Hats off to our workers. Progress costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even more. Unless your auto dock discounts fall. Not so long ago, on a tidally locked moon. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice, building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive? As a protectorate subject, consider...
Temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers! Corneal frostbite be damned! Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's Choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire. Bullets share that same tendency, for those who aren't watchful, gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours. How comforting objective truth can be. Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the Archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful. Never mind the rifts. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it. Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step.
The Archive's defenders shall fight to the last to keep us from gaining access. As they should. Perhaps the locals have a means of ingress that would minimize bloodshed.
To the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
Drink it down. Pick it up, sip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzo's Fizz.
That was a song the Sovereign doesn't want you to hear. Oh, say, I hope no members of the Protectorate are listening. Don't want anyone dreaming of a life of self-fulfillment and self-determination.
Smart researchers patronize the scientician's surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically determined prices.
Life here's tough. Sure wish my leaders spent their time dictating my every move. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
Hey! Only
security personnel are permitted in this booth. Leave.
Agent, over here. Well, this is a welcome confluence of events. Why, without you, Gertie and I wouldn't be alive. And any hope of peace between the Order and Auntie's choice would be over. Shame about all the disorder. The negotiations had not been going as smoothly as I'd hoped, it's true, but we were making progress. While making our escape, we encountered one of the renegades of my Order, wounded and dying. He sought to unburden himself, now convinced Wiley's calculations were wrong. He told us all about that terrible DeVries woman's plan, and theorized you must have stopped her. Well, I think that's what he said. There was quite a lot of gurgling. You have mine and Gertie's utmost gratitude for intervening. Had she succeeded in assassinating us, it would have terminated any hope for peace. Officially, not at present. Gertie and I have kept up communication through back channels in the hope that the discussions can be reconvened in due time. It is my earnest belief that this is the optimal course to chart for the Order, and for Arcadia. Though we could certainly use assistance from an outside force like yourself. Life-threatening situations have a way of verifying and validating key constants. Perhaps proof our two groups may still yet work together, if certain conditions were met. To begin, I believe you would need to put forth efforts in good faith with each of the two groups. Earning the trust of both sides is essential. Once you've worked your way up to meeting our respective leaders, you must convince them to consider joining forces. Oh, really? Perhaps the challenge rating is far less than I've hitherto calculated. Well, obviously you'll likely have to act as an intermediary between Ruth and Auntie, which will require some verbal finesse. But let's worry about that step upon reaching it. Transplendent. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides, engender trust. Gertie and I can let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
I don't know who you are, but if you thought it wise to bring a cultist into the heart of Order territory, you are deeply foolish. I have not the slightest theory as to how you bypassed our guards. But if it was through violence, be assured, it will be returned exponentially. Explain. Now. Whatever your circumstance, words alone will not gain my trust. And if you do not gain my trust, you shall not gain that of the Order, which I expect is what you desire. There is a cultist-centric issue the Order needs resolved. I suspect you are capable of doing such. If you are not, I cannot trust you, and certainly cannot allow you to see Ruth.
If these cultists are suffering the same affliction of being traitorous curs as the others seem to be, then I look forward to killing them.
My task is this. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there.
My new position as the head of the Glorious Dawn should come in handy there. Any who refuse to acknowledge my authority will have to be dealt with, of course.
I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the equation's confines. I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultist at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another? I scarcely take time to engage in idle conversation, but perhaps this will be illuminating in some fashion. Specifically, a phlogistinated firearm, capable of tunneling through reinforced armor. Broadly, weaponry, research, anything capable of giving our exemplars an edge. Great. I was just thinking, I'd love for a stranger to come along and patronize me so I could blindly hand them experimental order technology. I have nothing but respect for Ruth. Without her guidance, the Order may never have found the strength to dissolve its protectorate bonds. If I had to dig for the smallest critique, I'd note that she shoulders too much. If she collapses beneath the strain, the Order will be rudderless. This we cannot afford. I generally prefer to keep discussions relevant.
Sour milk and expired medicine. Yet despite this balefully rebarbative mouthfeel, I feel great!
Everyone knows those concoctions aren't supposed to taste good. That's how you know it's working.
Nannerfish Restorative Elixir. Additional health benefits? None but a delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin.
Yes, well, not so bad, I suppose.
This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
The following is a special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the right-wrong lift on the ACS Undisputed Claim. And who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself.
At the junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals. I've just been handed this breaking news bulletin. The Protectorate has lost Spireton, the doorway to the archive. Credit goes to the freelance agent and their aggressive takeover strategies. A real straight shooter, quite literally. Although Auntie's Choice forces, weaponry, and skincare products were made available, the entrepreneur chose to work alone. Fine, their loss. Our VPs are now in back-to-back meetings to determine how to leverage this turn of events. Expect them to delegate menial tasks to the rank and file at their convenience. Now, on to other things. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of Raptidons or some such.
Unleash my might upon them!
Kill us, but do not do the matriarch proud.
Tumultuous ne'er-do-wells!
Raised against us. How can they see an arbiter and not even hesitate? Will this be the case at the next camp as well?
Keep your bitch back in the black, don't be your own shatter. Be the best that you would be if you were any better. Cause gee whiz, that's your gee whiz Steve.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia, the best things in sliced pizza.
Melding with shadows?
Recognized a voice in the last camp. No, impossible. They would have known better than to raise a hand against me. Let us put this business behind us.
This trip, acting as our duly delegated representative for some high-risk negotiations. Luckily, she escaped in a last-minute dramatic fashion worthy of a wireless serial, such as our own corporate fixers for hire, check listings for airtime. Now, back to the news. We're hearing scuttlebutt that the smaller rifts across Arcadia are getting an angry look about them. Probably nothing to worry about. Panic is not a profitable response. Auntie is certain someone will solve this little rift dilemma, turning a potential liability into an asset. Think of the potential, then submit your ideas to your department head. Now, on to other things. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
Violence is...
She welcomes you with arms open wide, and you know you gotta do stand guard at night. The morning signed up and didn't have anything to do with them of his papas. The musketeer said, okay, we'll start right away. The search for girls, the train they know we're ready. You'll get no rules, no oversight, no ethics to abide. The only thing that matters is the bottom line. Buy low, you sell high, you profit more. Cut the cost of the price of profit and store. The joy of labor fair. Oh, you know it's fair. Make it
coming, Commander.
He was hiding. Word better say it was a trial by natural. And he quickly learned to make a red hot deal without getting burned. He was and he quickly rose. When you do your business, raise a burden. To buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your prices, profit soar. The joy blaze, it's fair. Oh, you know it well. Making Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, kids, let's go!
No pushing on, Commander, unless you wish to be killed in a manner most we must visit Craven to retrieve the liquid traps in the trader's boat.
Impeccable style, the perfect poster boy. The tribute to anti-family. I never worked for him, I never worked for you. You can be the next anti-family. To buy low, you sell high, you profit more. Cut, you raise your profit soar. The joy of life is there. Oh, you know it well. Making Auntie proud, well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, Captain, let's go one more time.
Glorious Dawn members up ahead. Let me handle them. They'll listen if they wish to continue to draw breath. It's strange how I ended up here, leading the cult. If I hadn't started traveling with you, I may have spent my days hunting down the members I thought traitors and never realized it was Dagmar until too late. You may not have noticed, but I have a tendency to be a little impulsive, reckless, even. Don't worry, I take my new role seriously. The cult needs me. They need my certainty. It was my deep faith that brought me through this trial, and it is my faith that will restore them. And I'm not discounting your part in all this. Like I said, without you, I'd be dead. The cult in ruins. My new position as the head of the Glorious Dawn should come in handy there. Any who refuse to acknowledge my authority will have to be dealt with, of course. What say you, Commander?
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up.
You there. You need to leave. This is a holy site, traitor. Those shunned by the Dawn are not welcome. Did you not hear me? You must leave unless you wish to be ushered into perfection before the rest of this architect-forsaken colony. But please, give me an excuse to kill the betrayer of our exalted leader.
Betrayer? I am the savior of the Glorious Dawn. I will speak with your local hierarch at once.
I don't think Hierarch Wolcott will take kindly to me summoning him for this.
Wolcott's your hierarch? Shit. Of course he is. That explains your inanity. And the painful death you're about to experience.
Members of the Glorious Dawn, we have an interloper.
Enemy in evisceration. Melding with shadows activated. Hold on. That's a drone. Engaging camouflage. What in the fuck is happening to the Glorious Dawn? Engaging camouflage.
It tastes almost decent. Sandwich you want to eat.
Next up, the real reason wireless-free Arcadia exists. Advertising.
And
Auntie's Choice Chum Bar is a delicious new food-adjacent snack from the maker of meaty roll-ups and spectrum leavings.
The Chum Bar is made from the finest coagulated slurry of both animal and vegetable byproducts.
Including but not limited to horse entrails, sprat organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobacco and husks for the perfect combination of crunch and sugar.
Try it today.
And buy an extra bar to share with a chum.
Right. Moving on. Alrighty then. It's well past time for more merry melodies.
Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba. The flavor that lasts, the taste you can't top from. Hail to the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims.
The rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want?
A smoky, sugary blend. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's two treats in one. A double thriller, so make your mouth happy. Your satisfaction doubles. No boring old smoke rings. You'll be blowing smoke bubbles. Ba-do-ba.
At home or at work,
Buy the pack or the case. It's the bubbly perk that will pick up your pace. It's bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims today. Ba-yada-ba. Ba-yada-da-da-da-do. Ba-do-ba-do. Ba-do-up. Do-bop. Bop, bop. Bop. Do-ba-do-ya. Ba-ba-do-ba-do-wa. Ba-ba-do-wa. Ba-ba-do-wa. Ba-ba-do-wa-do. Ba-do-wa. Ba-do-wa. Ba-do-wa-do-wa-do-bop. Oh, bubblegum, 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 bubblegum.
rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend.
Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's two treats in one. A double thriller, so make your mouth happy while your satisfaction doubles. Satisfaction doubles. Get a boring old smoke ring. You'll be blowing smoke bubbles. Blowing smoke bubbles. Ba-do-wop.
For flavor that lasts and a taste you can't top. From that first inhale
To the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Bubblegum slims. Oh, bubblegum slims. It's filled with flavor. Bubblegum slims. Try slims. Today.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsement.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry.
Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice is all about choice. From 15 different kinds of fresh from frozen meats.
Every day. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer, just to be clear. Evidently. Seeing as you do not appear to be a resident of the garden, however, I will have to charge you. You should notice an immediate improvement. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice. You've let yourself slide, feeling down on your luck. Fell off the ladder, you think that you're stuck. The only loser is the shirker who quits. Your problems can be solved
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
You should have seen the entrails fly. It was glorious.
I shall allow myself a moment of relief. Moment passed. I'd hoped killing the cultists was its own reward. But you may also take this. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion Web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. I hope your zeal is properly placed. The Protectorate soldiers guarding the crash site are unlikely to let you close, unless something else is made to arrest their attention. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars find answers to their solutions at the CAF integration point. Perhaps you might do the same. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloody demise.
Try, never settle for less. It's true what they say, money buys happiness. Work extra shifts, you can sleep later. We've got the goods to make you better than nature. Auntie is the best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the best choice. No product testing to do, means cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice. Feel the benefits of spending your bits. She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
Auntie is the best choice. No product testing to do, means cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion Web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one?
That last selection has been scientifically proven to increase productivity, improve morale, and soothe all manner of mental malady in the listening workforce. At least in the lab. Not responsible for night sweats, abnormal bone growth, or prolonged glossolalia. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking, all I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, grab a can today. Tongues to sweetmeats, lungs to hearts. They use all the tastiest parts. Ears to hocks and rears to tits. Efficient means we make more bits. Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst, Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst. Grab a can today. No coarse pores, bristles poking our gums with their proprietary whisker extraction. Pulverized bones means no tooth cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action.
Any news from the field? Any further progress? Well, excellent. Good show. I'll rest a bit easier tonight. Not as blissfully oblivious to our struggles as others here, mind you, but better. Anyhow, here's your reward. Pleasure doing business with you.
No, sir. We crack open a room temp tin of Borstwurst.
That's right. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of feral pork paste to boost productivity to full burn in those small hours.
All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor. From snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory vats into my tummy. Who knew meat paste could taste so yummy? Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst, Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst. Grab a can today.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. Under only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay. If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline Scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he has disappeared from public view, seeing neither moon nor station. What's the story here? We see Anti all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP. His muscle seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret police, reportedly answered to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle. When we do suss out the real story, you will be the first to know. Now, on to other things. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. And my rates are never
as the uncomplicated loner. And my dear, you know they are really quite straightforward. Yes, everybody knows that I am the uncomplicated. And to keep things simple, you can be sure that my rates will never, no, they'll never, ever be lowered.
If there's a cost you can't complete, your rents just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request includes compound interest, in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. Uncomplicated loner. And my terms are quite straightforward. Though my deals aren't quid pro quo and my interest rates aren't low, I'll be keeping track till you pay back every single bit you owe. 'Cause I am the uncomplicated loner.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is wireless free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Many of you are wondering, what is Auntie's Choice? It's quite simple, really.
Auntie's Choice is a lawful entity formed under the legally binding Global Corporate Treaty of Versailles. Capable of entering into contracts, owning assets, and existing indefinitely for the express purpose of executing its fiduciary duties to its board of directors and to Auntie herself.
See? It's quite simple. Now, why don't you get to shopping?
Now, upward and onward. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
We've got your candy. That's tobacco. Taste this candy. That's tobacco. It's just for fun.
tobacco.
Rubber candy.
That's tobacco.
Before the coffin bothers you, don't worry, you can chew it too. To get your candy.
That's tobacco.
Don't be a rude.
Smoke our tobacco.
It's what your friends all love to do. Behind your back, they make fun of you. So smoke that candy.
As tobacco.
Favorite candy.
It's tobacco.
Our medical experts recommend.
That was sponsored by Auntie's Choice Office of Munitions and Catering. Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and revenue. Every last bit of my way.
Try to capture your exact satisfaction to the nearest 10th integer.
Oh, 100? Certain. That's the right answer, isn't it? I can show my math if you need. I'd really love to stay.
Determining the remainder of your stay in Laplace's garden is not the purpose of this survey, but your unprompted insecurity has been noted.
No lectures, please.
Someday perhaps I'll own two. For one that's brand new. Cause I'm yearning and burning.
Caffeine is proven to lead to many positive health and research outcomes.
Welcome to the Caff Integration Point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Ooh, a provocateur, are you? How unconventional. But I think you misunderstood the question. Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested? Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? Expand on that for me. One day soon, you will evolve beyond an inappropriate attachment to material possessions and at last be free to acquire that which most eludes you: wisdom. A 24-hour period of self-reflection and circumspection is recommended after receiving your first conviction. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. Come now, don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of hospitality here in the garden. I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted with, well, anywhere else in Arcadia, especially in the middle of a war, and so near active fighting. Almost unfeasible, wouldn't you say? Stay a while, and I think you'll come to understand my meaning. All right, your turn. What questions have you got percolating in that mind of yours? I didn't hear a question. Everyone is simply contented by the good work they're doing to advance the plan. Everything in perfect exactitude, as Vicar Udicott might say. That said, if something more sinister was going on, would that concern you? Well, good thing nothing's amiss then. You know, I'm actually nearing the end of my shift. If you're amenable to continuing our chat somewhere more private, I think we could both benefit. Right this way.
On this episode
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Moderate your volume, please! No one here is in any immediate peril. Probably. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance.
The right multi-spectrum antibiotics for wildlife interactions gone wrong.
Who knew you had such a keen mind for business? I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it Perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? One more thing before you leave. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Okay, I'm okay. Let's move on to liquidation. Probably the most valuable part of an ursopod is its teeth. Durable, all-purpose, in high demand for crafting applications. Unfortunately, not much else worth leveraging from these creatures. Sure, you can scoop up their thinking parts, sell it for scrap, or break it down for biomass. Do not eat. That should go without saying. Not unless you want to spray the rocks with a biomess. Well, that's all for now. Join me next time as we exploit another habitat, preferably one more tropical, where I can stick a little umbrella in my Anti-Fizzo's Num Rum. Until then, bottoms up to your bottom line.
Next up, something else. This one goes out to all those aspiring to
A
climb.
lot of space for refugees here. Guess the Order is more concerned with the idea of helping people than actually doing anything about it.
Hey, you there! Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average oaf? Well, look no further. Ow, that's far! It's the only service. I'm in charge, it's enough. When your style, when they
behavior.
Grandma Marshall's there, Wentworth Downs, nothing else will do. And if you're an up-and-comer, you should try one too. You'll never want to be without an Uncle Wentworth velvet snow.
I hope you have good news for me. I'm charmed my name was among the first to populate your thoughts when attempting to work this problem. I have some Protectorate contacts, and I might be willing to lean my elbow on the scales in your favor, but not until after I've acquired my sample. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. You did sharpen my pencil, so I suppose sharpening yours is only fair. I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever Protectorate forces are on site to expect you. It's no guarantee, but at least they won't fire upon you on site. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make a copy of it. Before you hand it over to the Order, to be clear. Do we have... My ex-Auntie's Choice associates would certainly agree. We do work well together, don't we? Return here when you have the data. I'll be waiting.
Gunky eye, goop lung, post-nasal flooding, and worse. Unless you've stockpiled Falderall's mollifying demulcent. An easeful release from Arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderall's mollifying demulcent and breathe easy once again. Falderall, the most trusted name in exo-anti-allergenics.
Fine. Let us proceed.
This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Purple Berry Crunch is crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment. When we here at Wireless Free Arcadia make on-air misstatements, we own up to it sometimes. Like right now in this batch of corrections.
Or our zeal seems lacking, or just appear off somehow. Even the slightest drop in performance in such an intricately designed system can have great ramifications. Down the line. So remember, to inform on your neighbor is a blessing. A quick mental tune-up is occasionally necessary for everyone, so we can all operate in tip-top shape. When they return from the Mental Refreshment Center, they will surely thank you for it. Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully. Now, on to other matters. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Our place set in stone, perfectly whole. Pebbles are prone to get very low.
Quarry together, standing proud, never a sedimentary crowd. Falling fast, built to last, perfectly fitting the paradigm's cast.
A role to play, start rolling away, watching as they go on and on and on, on and on and on and on, until they all are gone. Why be a pebble lost and deep in the sand? Why be a pebble when double and treble the strength is where we stand? Don't be a pebble kicked and tossed and crushed. Mountains and granite is more they planted, so don't get
I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much. Maybe they ain't so awful. The other pond could lead you someplace better.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait, come on.
deep in the sand? Why be a pebble when double our trouble strength is where we stand? Don't be a pebble kicked and tossed and crushed. Mountains and granite more are they planted, so don't get turned to dust. No, don't get turned to dust.
Good fortune! Our technician manifests at... Halt there. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
Evidently so. Satellites from our magnificent Hyperion reticulum do not tumble so gracelessly down from the skies every day. Some might label me mistrustful, but I wonder at your sudden assignment to this matter. Your tardiness, too, invites questions. It raises doubt you are even who you presume to be. Not ordinarily, no, but we are at war. These are uncommon circumstances, and you have not given me sufficient reason to trust you. Both the corporatists and those underhanded smugglers, sub rosa, have attempted to infiltrate our ranks before, embedding their own operatives. Not that they have ever been truly successful, of course. The Protectorate is mightily impregnable. Any true subject would easily spot a cuckoo in the nest. Guards! Dispatch this impersonator!
I am trying to fight.
Engaging camouflage.
Ready to dispense judgment!
Melding of shadows activated. Hiding and seeking. They won't see me coming, Commander.
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Hark, your unneeded reminder that the system provides for your every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also power. Consider the Protectorate Wind Tower. Stare in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires. Much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
And now this.
Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your... or do, because our way is superior to others.
I've been noodling about the Vox. We're just up and smashed into Westport.
These riffs got me awful perturbed. Really hard enough without some low-brow phenomenon punching me.
Off never dies, rising fly. To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call, and every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all. To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, mental tune-ups may be all nothing to the proficiency. You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flame. We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame.
Why do you corporate folks do all the hard work instead of letting auto?
Because we get...
Welcome, welcome. How can I improve your day? I'm sure... Welcome, welcome. How can I improve your day the Auntie's way? Sprats again. Must be after the crunch. Please wait here. This'll just take a moment. Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
Without there, they all fail. We must trust our community. It's only then that we prevail.
Whoever fixes this rift problem is definitely getting a whole-side sweep of the Elysian view and head on. I wish they'd solve it already.
I must... I thought I'm still quite busy, so make this quick if you please. I can barely get the damn thing to produce antiseptic, so I sincerely doubt it. But if you've the training to work such a machine, you're welcome to try. Now, was there anything else? Pharmaceuticals, bandages...
Side by side.
Hello, and goodbye.
Gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
The Sovereign is personally invested in every member of the Protectorate being happy and healthy.
So we can all do our part under the Paradigm's perfect plan for society and ensure a glorious bounty for all.
You wouldn't want to let him down, would you? such as by ingesting any forbidden Auntie's Choice brand food items.
You might not know it, but prohibited products like...
When might I begin laboring for Auntie? I so eagerly want to contribute to the corporate whole.
The definition of selfishness and decadence.
Preservatives are synonymous with avarice and evil.
So ignore the sinful siren's call of Auntie's Choice product advertising. Eat only from the bounty of Arcadia. Stay fit, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
It's not only common sense, it's your sworn duty.
Now you know all you need to know, so on we go. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure. Enough! We know what is expected of us, and we have readied ourselves to meet death in all its personas. Have you?
You did me a big favor here. I knew someone, or something, had been absconding with food from the greenhouse, but never in a million skips would I have guessed it were stowaways. Huh. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. She was. Yeah. Oh, that feels good to say aloud, even if it hurts too. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers, especially in the same division. Supposedly compromises our decision-making in the field. But I digress. Thanks for your help. And for listening to my languishments. Glad someone else might remember her now, too.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Next up,
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
No finer. Victory beyond the vanquished foe. No greater luxury could any subject know. Living tenderly on body, blood, and bone to Arcadia, our nation's strongest soul. Gloria, Arcadia, our colony, our home. Such comfortable plenty for each of us to own. Oh, Gloria, Arcadia, never be outshone. Arcadia, our home. Worldly misery compares to mystery known. Such
Welcome to the Scientician Surplus. I am the scientician in question, and of course you would.
perishing self without complaint or groan. For Arcadia, our nation's strongest stone. Gloria, Arcadia, our colony, our home.
People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. I must admit I first had doubts, due to your association with a cultist. But yes, you've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll continue working with us. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
entertainment delivered with acceptable reflection. This is
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential.
Please stand with impeccable posture to show respect and love for our beloved sovereign as he graces us with yet another inspiring golden bestowment.
You've made such progress moving us toward an Order Anti's Choice Alliance. Everything seems to be going according to the plan so far. But we approach a critical juncture. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia. If you continue working for the Order alone, it will likely burn any possible bridge with Auntie's choice. So this is our last and only chance. Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance, only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all protected subjects.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now, with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be, but I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Yes, by all reports it was. But the plan evidently has greater outcomes prepared for Vicar Levin. He is, at that. I consider him a close personal friend, and I cannot say that about many. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that? I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise. Were it so easy, delegates would not have been required prior to now. Don't feel ashamed. Not even my own laureates can move me on certain matters. I will speak with Levin and tell him to cease all transmissions with the undisputed claim immediately. The Order does not require a corporation's help to win this war. But now, let us move on from this discussion. The archive remains at the forefront of my mind, as it must be on yours, or else you would not be here. Rift data. And how did you come by this acquisition, if I may ask? I suppose you intended that statement to shock me. You forget, survival of the fittest is one of the pillars of scientism. We have all paid costs for knowledge. Walk me through your plan, then. Once the data is processed, what then? Such jocularity may earn you guffaws from your peers, but I am not your peer. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. Charmingly put. But yes, I do. Any way I interpret the numbers, it is obvious the plan brought you here to deliver the archive out of Protectorate subjugation and back into Order hands. But before we go further, you should be aware, by aligning yourself with us in this matter, Auntie's choice will almost assuredly see you as a threat to their interests. Are you prepared to accept that consequence? I understand. Such a life-altering choice justifies thorough consideration. I will be here once you inevitably arrive at the correct decision.
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
Is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be thoughtfully free, as one big family. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers, support the sovereign's vision, no need for your decision. And so we're finally all free, and we're feeling proud. Now that he speaks, say notes aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day, bubbling along. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We thoughtfully free, one big melody. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be thoughtfully free, as one big family. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We're off to be refreshed, so
The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Sovereign, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
here at the end of it all, it was worth it. No hesitation, no indecision. Taking my final breath in the name of it. My sacrifice for the matriarch's vision. Embracing mortality tests my morality. Turn the paradigm's plan without cause. It's an honor and a gift when I'd wish for all to live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. And when I soon slip away, I'll be peaceful. Thoughts of my neighbors safe at home grinning. They will remember how I reported them tirelessly through to my last days and
from the beginning. Knowing my heart, my brain, and consistency. Serve the paradigm's plan without pause. It's an honor and a gift, what I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. Finally, I fulfilled my purpose in life, a glorious death. Blown up by a mine, a fine way to go among many ways to die. Electroshock, plasma smelted, Cyranium gassed, goo pelted, minced, cubed, irradiated, blunt force trauma, decapitated. List of life-giving opportunities goes on and on. Oh, I nearly forgot. Eaten by enemy Raptidon. And my heart beats till it slows. But I know every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as a whole. It's an honor and a gift, what I wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause.
Now let's admire these commendable comestibles.
Fulfilling your protectorate duties shouldn't get in the way of 3 nourishful meals a day. Seek instant sustenance with Prestige Borstloaf. Only the purest natural ingredients, congealed into an appealing loaf shape. So it's ready to eat, with or without heat. Prestige Borstloaf. It's contentment in a can.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat, as Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources.
You there! Visual measures at the ready, Commander! None shall stand against us!
Shadow melding activated, Commander.
Take them into cover!
We have done. Perfection is perfect. Shrouding. Is it not?
Well done. Dagger drawn.
I cherish these thoughts of how we truly are the best. Better than none and better than all the rest. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cogs and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cogs and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Witness what before enemies of the Sovereign! Prepare for absolution!
Shrouding. Melding with shadows. You won't see me coming, Commander.
Giving chase! Agitators! Puffed up on sugar, no doubt!
Hiding in.
Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect perfect people, perfect cause, and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection, perfect minds, focused and beautiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cause, and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection, perfectly perfection.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amount of ammunition on...
Bending my ear? I hope you intend to point me towards someone in need of judgment. Speak freely. To battle! I am primed to punish.
This place should be locked down and buttoned up tighter than Tristan's attitude. So, where is everyone?
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console. Attendance is...
On the authority of the
Mandatory? Those are always bad news.
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Well done.
At your word, I shall charge!
Cogs and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect thoughts.
Due to an
perfectly
anomalous
perfect
event, the Interstitial Hall and Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype Rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended.
trust us. How they aid us and never make a fuss. Our colony is astounding. Outsiders find it confounding. How our perfection is perfect, is it not? Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cogs and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans for perfect people, perfect cogs and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfectly perfection.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
We are all encouraged to live in the moment. How can one not when life is so perfect? Yet, it's every subject's duty to reflect fondly and often on the path that led us here. So spend a moment in remembrance of our matriarch, who not only drafted the blueprint of our perfect society, but also the space-traversing technology that made it possible. She alone recognized that old Earth had become a fallow garden, where only the seeds of base emotions, avarice, jealousy, hate, might sprout. She whisked us to Eden. We flourished under her guiding light, as life-giving as the star we call Arcadia. Thank the matriarch when you bask in our sun's warmth. Although without flaw, the matriarch was still mortal. Her final gift to us was her child, the first sovereign. We thanked the matriarch when we basked in her son's brilliance. Her benevolence lives on in her grandson, our current sovereign. May he reign long and his grief diminish. We thank the matriarch when we bask in her grandson's kindness. Now on to other matters. Next up, music to invigorate your mind so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace. True adherence zeal.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
Try to corrupt us.
What?
Our God will always
It is a
make
time
them
to
fall.
celebrate the bravery of our once and future sovereign.
Heroes of the
So
hour,
dry those tears
they're
as
full
I
of
call
strength
upon you
and power.
to stand tall with renewed
Sending
zeal.
sentinels for us all. Send them in, they will always win. Send in the sentinels for us all. La 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 la.
Together, we...
When the outside tries its best to invade us, our champions will cleanse the streets.
paradigm
Finish our
preserved
great
when they
sovereign.
fight and die and serve. Send in the sentinels for us all. Whether inside or out, there is never a doubt. Send in the sentinels for us all. Send in the sentinels for us all. La 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 la.
And now, the latest word on Superior Protectorate products.
Got a spark bug in your bonnet? Don't think. Drink. Tribute liqueur blankets the mind with soothing numbness you'll feel from lobe to lobe. And it only marginally impairs motor skills. Delegate operation of heavy machinery to Automex after imbibing.
Intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the console.
And step into the
Watch any neighbors talking low. Watch any neighbors eating slow. Pay close attention everywhere you go. Everyone staying in the know. Who watches the watchers? You and me forever. Who watches the watchers? Watch any neighbors who oversleep, any neighbors who control their feet, starting off directive and the line. When we watch each other, our community thrives. Who watches the watchers? We all watch together. Who watches? You watch them, us watchers. Occupied to multiplied every detail carefully observed. That's how the paradigm served. Who watches the watchers? You and me forever. Who watches the watchers? We all watch together. Who watches the watchers? We all watch together. Who watches the watchers? You watch them, us watchers.
Got a live one.
help you.
Engaging camouflage.
Red Cloak, the reassuring adventurer.
Lethally!
Who roots out the really dangerous thought. Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen. The eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on Red Cloak, our hero revealed her sentinel partner Dunning as a turncoat, only to become ensnared in enemy territory. Now she has been whisked to Auntie's Choice headquarters. Only her keen wits to save her. Thrill to her unflagging zeal in Episode 2, The Customer is Always Dead. Welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red. I trust you are doing.
There must be something here.
Choice head office, Red Cloak.
Speak up!
Arbiter, I know I do not have leave to access these security files, but I can assure you, my intentions are in service to the Protectorate.
At ease, subject. I've no business with you.
Then, does your arrival have something to do with the commotion I heard just now? Are we under attack by the enemy?
I'd rather starve. Wait for what?
Why, for you to abandon your precious community. To put your silly paradigm in your rear display and embrace a lifestyle of wanton consumerism.
Ha! We'll be waiting an eternity, corporate fiend. I'll never turn my back on the console.
Our marketing experts predicted you would say that.
Looking for proof. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. So it is my duty to report him.
Of course. Tell me of these security lapses.
Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I recommend he be replaced until such time as his behavior has received proper scrutiny and subsequent correction.
I'd be happy to permanently correct his behavior.
Do I know you? Your voice sounds strikingly familiar.
I don't think... I mean, definitely not. You must be mistaken.
I remind you that I am in no way beholden to your recommendations, subject. Whether or not your compatriot receives correction is up to my discretion alone.
Oh, of course. Should you require further data points for your assessment, however, I would most dutifully provide them, including my version of the recent incident. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence. You are in the company of an arbiter, so perhaps you can be trusted. Whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding Protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here. Help you with acquisition? Assuredly not. If, however, in your exploration of the lab, you happen upon the modulator, I surely would not be able to prevent you from seizing it. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set off an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility, but only if you help me in turn. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, I will count that as an added benefit.
No need. I'll enter your crude machine
The prototype rift modulator is currently in Interstitial Hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing. That is what we've agreed upon, is it not? Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within. I've already shared more with you than I ought have, but go ahead. That's an ugly way to describe a legitimate transfer of power. And if you're trying to bait me into expressing an opinion of my superiors, I assure you I will not. A technicality. He's inferior in every way that matters. The Interstitial Reconfiguration Center was created to continue researching into rifts, following a significant setback to our studies elsewhere. How do you know about that? That disaster and its link to the death of the Sovereign's family was not made public. No one outside of this facility is supposed to know of it. Regardless, even though Horizon Point's destruction did impede our progress for a time, we learned from it as well. We're now able to generate rifts safely within containment. Or we were. Due to the exacerbation of the Greater Rift recently, these lesser rifts became less stable. Some breaking containment or spawning outside of it altogether. In public, Henry has adopted the affectations of his father. In private, he is much more personable, though meddlesome too. Always wanting to be involved in the experiments. He becomes most animated when we discuss how matter might be reconstituted from the rifts. What was lost somehow returned. You could say he has a vested interest. His motivations are personal. All I am willing to say is that he is a man who loved his family very much and would move planets to see them again. He and the Consul wore coats cut from the same stern cloth. Henry has never quite matched either of them, in terms of temperament or severity.
That miserable scum! To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the Sovereign! I shall not rest until the Consul pays for his treachery, and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. A protectorate led by the Consul is no protectorate at all. They are the outcasts, not I. I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed.
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the...
If a crop is blighted, you must cull it, lest the corruption spread to all you hold dear. Let us be off. Each moment we spend speaking here is another the Consul gains to bring more into his miserable clutch.
Ah, such an astute question, Prudence. The precious peril-laden moon is out of sight, but never out of mind. Its fate
Lo and behold, a foe.
Praetor is home to our glorious heavy...
Seeking and seeking.
Managed only a paltry presence on Praetor. Certainly no threat to us. While the self-indulgers in Auntie's choice
Giving chase.
all
Viscerally!
breathe hyperbole. All they claimed were 2 factories. Too bad for them. Those facilities were decommissioned, no longer of use to us. We let the corporate gluttons take them so we could blunt their advance, bottle them up.
Our tactics are so perfect, Prudence. We can exterminate Auntie's troops at our leisure. They'll never touch our true high-value facilities, such as our automech factory, where automechanicals build automechanicals to protect and serve all subjects, so our hands remain uncalloused by labor.
You neglected to mention our advanced Praetor labs. Such wondrous facilities. Our interstitial reconfiguration center fills me with such pride.
Me as well, Prudence. What's that place do?
Oh, spare it no thought. It's simply a lab for studying natural phenomenon. You know, space rifts and the like, bringing them into alignment with the paradigm.
Of course, of course.
This site makes every...
Our society remains perfect, bountiful, without care or want. To think otherwise is unthinkable. Well then, moving on.
The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Consul, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
Every hair stand on end. Grab the modulating device, then let us be off with extreme haste.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself of it. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center, aided and abetted by one of our very own arbiters, no less. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. A crude assessment and utterly untrue. I am perfectly accommodating to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? You cannot fault me for trying. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. I could also reduce you to a state of quivering agony, begging for death. And that would be a lot more enjoyable for me, if I'm being candid. No matter. I will await you in the hangar, where bullets may fly more freely than words, if you survive that long.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind
There,
meditating.
a misbegotten
on the
fool.
perfection
Hey now,
of
parasites
Ready to dispense judgment!
Especially perturbed. Well, you know what Prudence always says. Frolic, pretty
It's safe inside the mold. What we do as your watching and guiding system abiding, not gliding away. We're never hiding, stay providing, do as you're told and obey.
Don't be reluctant to unfold any risks you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
Thoughts are dividing, so they stay deciding, just do
Unexpected sight and/or sound. Origin unclear.
To grade my insection. All subjects deserve hydration without contamination.
Shadow melding activated, Commander.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Another song in an excellently curated playlist picked out explicitly for the consoles. Chosen.
That odd rift, well, odder than usual, remained unopened. I admit to some amount of curiosity as to its contents.
Trouble about. My hammerhand itching.
In our midst!
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Everyone's neighbor Prudence here with some authentic talk. Eden's abundance can make subjects soft. Law knows my edges have rounded a smidge over the years.
Ha! Yes, what a relatable thing you just said, Prudence. We all wish our physiques were as perfect as our system.
Our pursuit of perfection must extend below the neck, Subaltern Prescott. We need a responsible regimen to stay in fighting shape.
Good thing we all follow the robustness routine of the Eden League. Exercise program of the Pitchball Pros. It's like mental refreshment for the muscles. Mandatory and fun. No crime in that, right?
No. Subjects, squat and give me 50 loin girders. Push through the abdominal cramping.
Or the 1940
Invasive elements! The system endures!
Duty subjects.
Melding with shadows activated.
Ring or bronze us from running the ball into our opponent's Sunday goal. Now you know all you need to know. So on we go. The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the console, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
Every day I am giving all myself in him. To be true, he cares for you. Sovereign deserves our love. Every day he's our king, keeping us safe and carefree. Give him your grace. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him, believe you must love him. I want nothing comes one day. I scope my children have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why we love my sovereign. My heart belongs to the sovereign, and the first sovereign before him. With Rome in my heart for the very I trust, I breathe my neighbor.
You suppose there's been another incident? Like the one with the Sovereign?
No. It seems we may have been intruded upon during the consul's announcement. I heard it from one of Valancourt's men. An outsider, apparently. Violent.
How ghastly. Well, Valancourt no doubt has it in hand.
Pushing ahead!
Protectorate-sanctioned wireless
None shall stand against us! I shall not unleash my might upon them! Mediating lethally!
Her sentinel senses ever keen. The eyes of the console, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on Red Cloak, our hero courageously withstood the materialistic temptations and nauseating crabwitch stench of Auntie's barbaric brand loyalizer machine. Just as Red Cloak was inspiring her corporate captors to abandon their consumerist addictions, the traitorous forces of the Order arrived to take custody of her, aided by her turncoat former Sentinel partner, Gunning. Now Auntie's Choice and the Order are in a standoff, weapons leveled at each other, with fearless Red Cloak betwixt them. Thrilled to her inspiring redemption of these misguided foes in the fourth and final episode, Order from Chaos.
Dunning, everyone. Now is the time for community, not hostility. Lower your weapons.
Weapons, greedy corporatists. I'm certain my reformed Order allies will overlook your lapse in judgment.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first.
Should he ever amass the courage to confront me in the flesh, I shall deal with him as I see fit.
Of course. An arbiter's judgment is always sound. It's sure to be in Valancourt's quarters. While you're there, remember to check his confiscation closet for anything of relevance to our investigation. I've already shared more with you than I ought have, but go ahead. I'd theorized long exposure to a rift might result in severe variance to weaponry. Well, you are welcome to it. Being proven right is its own pleasure.
Where the consul, in his benevolence, cares for all.
Lies! I am too far indoctrinated into the chaos of the Order and their grand plan.
Not true. Return with me for mental refreshment. Your family must come too, just to be thorough. We will cure you of these confused thoughts, your wanton overthinking.
I shall never return to the Protectorate.
Once again, you fell your former companion in one well-nourished punch. Huzzah!
Red Cloak, you have undermined our carefully calculated predictions. We theorized our grand plan was greater than the paradigm, yet it is clearly less than. We see the error in our calculations. We would serve the consul again, if you allow it.
Gladly. He is a kind, forgiving man who loves all of his subjects.
We base individualists in Auntie's Choice are ready to break free from the shackles of consumerism, to join you in the perfect life of abundance.
Then return with me, new corporate neighbors and former traitorous Order colleagues, to Eden.
Middle managers, resume the corporate...
You have been my family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do with it. What exactly are you plotting?
Suspicion is unbecoming, Henry. And restoring Arcadia to resplendence is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
The eyes of the consul, watching you.
You have an update, I hope. Matriarch's blessings on you. Let's not waste time, then. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator, so we can begin searching for clues.
I find myself asking, what would do? Dutifully transition to other content, of course. Now listen to this.
There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfigurating matter that claimed my arm. Let's open the hood, shall we? Rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner, but use your imagination to conjure the original scene. That could lead us to the evidence we need.
Sort of correction, so I heeded the words of my banner. I could be better again with a quick mental refreshment. I have seen my friends and my family impressive. I knew that there was no reason to stress it. Process can remove that wrinkle, feelings that can cause a wrinkle. What I know now, those thinkable thoughts have to go with a quick mental refreshment. Sentiments I felt were such a burden on me. The weight is better felt by one assigned to oversee. Thinking never made anybody happy, that I believe. Blessing offers such an effortless...
You've discovered something? I knew it! I am absolved! And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable! I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. The man cannot defecate without humming a Protectorate anthem. For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Valancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. Did you uncover anything else? How did this go unnoticed during final checks? This is surely why the rift destabilized on us. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you have any additional points of data, please share them. I think I can formulate my own conclusion from here. Our dear head of security has much to answer for. We need to go and confront Valancourt, now. I'm no longer willing to wait for the arc of justice to bend in my favor. Valancourt needs to die for what he's done. If I distract him, can I count on you to do the rest?
You're so right, Prudence. Our every need is met. I suppose if I had one more...
He wouldn't dare. I've devoted more hours to studying rifts than almost anyone living. And since the Order abandoned us, the Protectorate does not have minds like mine to spare. Trust me, I know Valancourt. This will work. The dead do make poor chroniclers. Very well. Much as I would like to be present for the hoisting of Valancourt's petard, there's sense in what you say. Valancourt is unlikely to provide conversation before slipping you a bullet, so I recommend slipping him one first. Be ready to fight and give him no quarter. When it's done, return to me. Erstwhile, I will be doing my ample best not to chew through my nail beds.
Your words fill me with hope, Prudence. Perhaps someday we might pilgrimage there together.
Not if I make the pilgrimage first, which I most certainly will, given that I'm everyone's neighbor, Prudence, and you are not. Don't worry, I'll bring you back a commemorative garment. You're absolutely sure to enjoy it. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
asking.
I am inclined.
Shrouding up.
I heard fighting. Well, what happened? Did he beg forgiveness? Did he grovel? Thus always to traitors. Morale will certainly improve in the lab now, I should think, provided Valancourt's replacement is not also an absolute Pilgarlic.
If Valancourt's replacement is anything other than routinely amiable, I shall return and bludgeon them within an inch of their life. Mark my words.
I had prepared this trauma kit, but obviously that turned out to be an unnecessary precaution. Please, take it with my gratitude. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Now that you have the Rift Modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem-solving may be required in reaching them.